Hi folks, it's Alex Klingelhoeffer with Exencial Wealth Advisors. It's 7:18 here in the middle part of the country. It is Wednesday. It's April 7th, 2021. Here's your morning jog of economic headlines from around the world. An interesting little note from across the pond. Some European countries are considering mixing COVID vaccines because of not wanting to use the AstraZeneca vaccine. If you got the first shot of AstraZeneca, perhaps they'd give you the second shot of Pfizer or Moderna. Again, the AstraZeneca vaccine's been the most scrutinized, the most heavily contested vaccine in Europe, and of course somewhat here in the US, although not as much. Their data, we found it, we're not going to use it. So largely a worldwide vaccine versus a US vaccine. But now they're going to perhaps mix some vaccines. We'll see what some different countries decide. South Korea is not going to use AstraZeneca for folks under 60. Now, the UK, which is doing a great job with their vaccination and COVID tracking efforts, actually got their first Moderna vaccine running today. So they have another arrow in their quiver to go ahead and get their vaccinations going. AstraZeneca really sort of botching this whole thing. We'll see if their supplies continue to be shelved. G20 finance ministers are meeting today on the sidelines of an IMF meeting. They're going to talk about a couple of things, most interesting of which is probably Secretary Yellen's plan to get a global corporate minimum tax rate. We talked about the new infrastructure plan, really for Biden being cornerstoned on a rise in the tax rate from 21% to 28%. Yellen thinking 21% is a good global minimum level to prevent corporations from just sheltering funds in places with really low corporate tax rates. IMF recently increased its economic forecast. They're normally pretty conservative. They now have a 6% forecast on the back of additional U.S. growth. Again, the majority of the real growth here in this year is going to be from the U.S. We just have better policies, better vaccinations than Europe. We're really going to need to lead the way as far as a global economic turnaround. And then a couple of interesting stories here on the wire with regard to tech IPOs. There are a few that are coming down the pipeline, new IPOs, new funding rounds for hot apps. We have AppLovin looking to get $30 billion. They're a mobile gaming company. We've got Patreon, the source that allows you to give dollars to content creators directly. They're looking for a $4 billion valuation. And then Clubhouse, really the darling of Silicon Valley right now, the newest, hottest app out there. They're also looking for a $4 billion valuation. I think about Clubhouse, they were valued at $1 billion. Was it last year? No, they were hardly a company last year. That was in January. That was 3 months ago. They had a $1 billion valuation. Now they're looking for $4 billion valuation. That is a skyrocketing valuation for Clubhouse. That's what I had here for this morning. If you want some additional information throughout the day, feel free to follow me on Twitter. It's OKCCFA CFP. Until then, I'm out.